Greetings everybody, I'm Ian Jones and welcome to Sexy Science Time. Today I'd like to talk about some sad news. At the weekend a man passed away who left an impact not just on me but on a great many performers and also a great many mathematicians. We don't often talk about mathematics, however I have to say that I think this guy, between his math and some of his other material, which I will get onto, had an impact on the science world in general. That man's name was Professor Tom Lehrer. He was a mathematics professor at Harvard University, and back in the 1960s he also was a musical performer. And his songs had an influence on a great many people. He was born in 1928 to a necktie designer in a secular Jewish household. He was a childhood prodigy in math and entered Harvard at age 15, graduating with his BA at 18 and getting his master's by 19. He wrote many songs. He had a musical upbringing as well, and one of his first most well-known songs was Fight Fiercely Harvard, as a rallying cry imagined from the very preppy world of Harvard University. But later went on to write many songs that had either an ironic twist or a dark sense of humor buried into them, and one of his classic ones is Poisoning Pigeons in the Park and The Old Dope Peddler. My father played his songs. Tom Lehrer was a very talented musician. He could play piano and sing and improvise to a very high standard. And going back to his life, he served in the Army and the National Security Agency, and while at the same time he was still performing, his music style was kind of like Gilbert and Sullivan, very kind of jaunty. His lyrics were always very clever, very carefully thought out, and a very interesting lyrical style that was still quite accessible. And he also produced some music for TV shows and so on, and performed about 109 shows. But then in the early 1970s, he retired from performing. He got tired of that circuit and was really more just about the math. He then went back to teach at Harvard and MIT, and his songs were placed in the public domain. He had no interest in monetizing those things. He wanted to be a math professor, and that was what he did. He gave away his rights to the public, and through his cunning artistry, he influenced a great many people, not least of which being Weird Al Yankovic. Various other people, including Randy Newman, cite him as an inspiration. And yes, sadly, this Saturday he passed away at the ripe old age of 97. I strongly encourage you to listen to some of Tom Lehrer's songs. His very most famous one, obviously, is the periodic table of elements, but so much humor in his music and his lyrics that there's something there for everyone, as long as you have a sense of irony. I hope you listen to his music and enjoy it as much as I do. Thank you for listening.